Hello sheddies, and you join me again in my shed. In this video I'm going to show you how I made some shelves for the house. I made them out of some old shutters that I had actually, and don't need them anymore, so I took them out of the house. Thought, what can I use these for? So I've made them some shelves. I made them chunky. I know there's 1,000 different ways to make shelves. Well, this is how I did it, and you might get something out of it, you might not, but anyway, here's the video and I'll see you at the end. Cheers. So I made these shutters probably about 3 or 4 years ago out of some tongue and groove wood. Here's them finished, and they actually concertinaed into each other and folded either side of the window. And here they are 3 or 4 years later when I've taken them out, and I thought, how can I go about this? So I sawed that 4-piece, that 4 tongue groove piece down the middle there, and then my plan was to put 2 together and then use that cross member to make the shelves look thicker, and then put another piece at the front there. So I chopped those cross members back a little bit, and then got this piece of wood, probably about 38mm by 15mm, I think it was, sandwiched it between the 2, glued them together. And then put some speed clamps on there, pull it shut, and then I thought I'd put some screws in as well. So drilled it first, then used the countersink bit. And then screwed it, 4 screws for each shelf. What I've done here is I've put wood filler in to fill any gaps. Because what I want to do, that spreader piece or that filler piece, it sits slightly proud. I did that for a reason, so I can sand it back afterwards. So I filled it first and then got the belt sander out, sanded it back so it's completely flat on the leading edge. Then got my router, put the 45-degree bit in there. And then filled any gaps. Because it was tongue groove, I've got to say actually, when it was glued together, there was still bits of tongue that was coming out the groove. So yeah, so I filled that afterwards. And there it is, filled, and then I just need my orbital sander on there to get rid of the wood filler. And then to key it up, ready for paint. Before I did that, I got some little nails and put 1 into each corner, so when I paint it, I can flip it over, and the other side, while the other side's drying, it doesn't touch the work surface. That makes sense. You'll see what I do in a minute. So I'm painting it, and the total thickness is about 72, 73mm, something like that. So it gives the illusion that it's a chunky shelf. And if you notice at the end of the shelf there, it's now got like a recess. You can see there, and you can see on all the shelves, that large one's going at the bottom, by the way, and the 2 small ones at the top. And the reason for that is I'm going to put like a baton at either side of this alcove wall. There we go, there's the alcove next to the TV. I'm marking out the levels first for each shelf, and there's the like batons. So I pre-drilled them and numbered them, so when I fixed them to where the holes line up to on the wall, then I can drill them straight in the perfect height. But I've numbered them because there's 6 of them and I can end up getting them mixed up. And the plan is to slide the shelf, that recess, if you like, slides over those battens. And I'm going to put 2 screws to hold it in place. Just so it gives it the illusion of a floating shelf or 3 floating shelves. But you'll see later in the video. And I've purposely left a bit of a gap all the way around the shelf because I'm going to put some filler around at the end so it looks like it's blended into the wall. I don't want to, well, you'll see in a moment when I put the first one on, I didn't want to get them really close because I was feeling they're going to jam up. Oh, and by the way, the thickness of these battens is less than the gap in the edges of the shelves, so if it gives a bit of wiggle room if I need to lift it or lower it. So there we are, I've just slotted the first one on. And then it's just a matter of knocking each edge in. So that's one side, other side. And I say I'm going to give this another coat of paint when I'm finished. It's only got 1 coat of paint on there at the moment. So do all the filling all the way around the outside. I use decorator's chalk for this. And then filled in here we go, look. So I'm just putting 2 little screws, 1 at each end of each shelf, just to hold it onto that batten. Should be plenty. take the tacks out, the nails out that I used to support the shelf on one side when I was painting it, decorator's chalk, and then use the decorator's chalk also to fill the little holes where the screws are. Just use my little silicone scraper, neaten it up, and that's about it. I've just got to give it another coat of paint and all done. So, waste not, want not, managed to use my shutters for some other purpose. So there we go, that's my interpretation of a floating shelf. I was quite pleased with it actually. It just needs painting now and then put some stuff on there, which my wife will happily do. I've got loads of footage of this house renovation. I'll put it together soon if you're interested and show you what I've done from beginning to end. Yeah, that's to come. I've got some other ideas for videos as well from the shed, but that's it for now. So thanks for watching, take care, cheers. See you next time on Weekend Shedhead.